Yeah, okay, right, okay. So basically what IFTTT Backlink Commando does, it works with a website called IFTTT.com. And what IFTTT.com is, it works with a bunch of social sites that it calls channels, okay? If I go over here to where it says channels at the top here, and you can see all the websites that it works with. And basically you have to connect your own accounts that you've got. So for example, you've got sites like Blogger, Bitly, which is a bookmark kind of site, Digo, delicious bookmark sites, Dig, etc. Dailymotion, we've got YouTube, which is a really, really important one for us, and we've got WordPress, etc. as well, okay? So what you do is basically you activate accounts within there, and you've got a little tab to see which ones you've got activated, and these are the accounts that we work with. Now, how it works is basically is what they call triggers and actions, right? So a trigger could be if I make a new video, if I upload a new video in YouTube, that's a trigger. So IFTTT will do a data run every 15 minutes to see if there's a new content there. Now, once it finds there's a new content, it needs an action, okay, because it's called triggers and actions. IFTTT stands for if this, then that. So if I make a new post in YouTube, then create a blog post in Blogger, for example. Or if I upload a new video on YouTube, then bookmark it with Delicious, okay? And that's how we use it. So what I've done is I've created a software called IFTTT Backlink Commando, and we're doing some crazy SEO stuff in here. This is advanced SEO made really simple. It's made push button simple because we have set this sort of sequences up to get the maximum SEO power for everything that you might do, okay? So that includes uploading a video to YouTube, favoriting a video on YouTube as well, okay? And we can do a huge amount of stuff with the sort of different strategies that I've put in here. So we can put in, you know, just plain syndication from YouTube to all these other sites. We can do power feed kind of stuff where these Tumblr accounts are actually PR5 Tumblr accounts that I'm using in here. And basically we can go and buy those. And you know, it's giving us massive power by being able to do that. Now, why is the software so powerful? And why not just use IFTTT.com itself? It's because we have an account creator, okay? We've got the recipes built in, the sequences built in to do this kind of advanced SEO, make it really push button simple. But the real power comes with the account creator, because previously what we had to do was go over to Fiverr.com. We have to pay $5 to get an IFTTT account done. We would wait for days, and it got a little bit expensive. You know, people kind of lost interest in the strategy after a few days. They forgot why they were buying stuff, and you know, this makes it super simple to do. And you know, I've actually got customers that've got 10,000 IFTTT accounts, and you can imagine the massive video embeds they're getting, the massive backlinks, which are really set and forget. Because once you have set up these strategies, you can do this, you know, this one strategy you can do 150 times if you want, because it's creating all new accounts in the account creator, okay? So as you're creating those new accounts, basically what you're doing is giving yourself a syndication that happens automatically for every video that you upload into YouTube. So if I upload a video into YouTube and I've got 100 IFTTT accounts with, you know, 10 or 12 these social accounts attached, that's, you know, that's what 1,200 video embeds I'm getting automatically. And all I'm doing is what I would normally do, upload a video to YouTube. It's just the IFTTT will come in and do its data run every 15 minutes. It will take that content and it will syndicate it the way that we have asked it to in here. You see what I mean? That's why it's so powerful, and that's, you know, it's got all that advanced SEO built in that people who do not understand SEO need to understand it, sorry. They just need to click a button and it all happens in the background. So basically, once they've created accounts, let me just show you the account creator very quickly, because this is the real sort of power section in here. And even, you know, if you got a couple of failed ones in here, it doesn't really matter because they're not dependent on anything. That happens if your proxies are not right. We've got a bulk accounts creator in here. You just choose the top one, create emails and accounts. It will fill in sort of user generated profile data, okay? So it just makes up names and addresses and stuff like that, so it can create these social accounts. You can put in here too put a time delay in between, which will stop these red ones here. The green ones are all good, they're all verified, etc. You get the red ones if you don't have a time delay. And you can choose how many accounts to create. I can go and choose in here, you know, up to 150 if I want to, up to 2,000 if I want to, and you just click the button, create profiles. And every profile, you can see here on the left-hand side, these are profiles. And inside every profile is a bunch of social accounts. Now, once these are created, you just need to click on this button, and it will actually activate them within IFTTT.com for that particular IFTTT account. And this is where the real power comes in, because you can see here that's me just playing around today. And, you know, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got about 15 or 16 profiles in there just from playing around today without the time delay. And, you know, that's just automated backlinks, automated syndication, automated video embeds, which is really, really powerful for SEO.
Well, some people will say that you have all these accounts and those aren't really you because they have other names and isn't this black hat. But I thought that this was supposed to be more white hat. So can you explain that? And also, is this Windows software only? How's that work?
Yeah, it's Windows software only. It's a .NET software. Well, the truth of the matter is you can use it white hat, you can use it grey hat, you can use it black hat. For example, we got what we call up here WP Authority, okay? This could replace any plugins that you've got on your website. So, for example, you might have in your WordPress site a plugin that whenever you make a new post, it will basically send your content to Facebook. It will give you a tweet about your content, etc. This is doing exactly the same thing. Okay, you can use your personal, your branded, or your company social accounts in here, and it's the same with the YouTube blogger that we got here, actually YouTube Authority that we got here. So if you upload a new video to YouTube, it will go to your main social accounts, okay? Whether you want to use...
Okay, stop there for just a second.
Yeah.
So let's say I have videos and I want to do the if YouTube then something else. So you're saying if you have a YouTube video then post it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, if you choose this one here, it's going to post, if you upload a new video to YouTube, it's going to get bookmarked by Deagle, it's going to get tweeted, it's going to go into your fan page, it's going to go into Facebook sort of timeline, your main timeline. It will get posted to LinkedIn, to Storyfy, to Delicious. It can get posted over to WordPress.com, the free WordPress, or you can put your own WordPress in here as well. It can get made into a blog post on Tumblr and the same on Bloggers. So we've kind of covered every scenario in here, but it's when we come in here, if you want to do the sort of real powerful SEO stuff.
Is the recipe everything we're seeing on the page in front of us? So the recipe itself is really on the left-hand column where you click YouTube Blogger, YouTube Authority, Power Feed Tumblr. Those include all these steps, and each one of these steps is one part of the recipe, and then it performs all of those all at once?
It's going to perform them as soon as you make that trigger happen when you upload a video to YouTube, for example. Then within 15 minutes, IFTTT will do its data run. When it finds a new content, it's going to do that syndication exactly as the software has requested it to do. Okay, so that's what's going to happen.
Okay, and the difference between doing this with IFTTT on your own and doing it with the software, if you could just slowly go over what the difference is.
Well, you've got my expertise in these SEO strategies, okay? You've got expertise in there, and we've been using this talk for more than a year and a half, the IFTTT stuff, and we have refined it, we've matured it over time. So you're getting that expertise built in there. It saves you a whole bunch of time as well, because these account creation that we do here, we just basically choose an account that we've created. It will fill in the details, and we can click on Start Creating Recipes, and it will go off and do it. And basically, everything is set up within, you know, a minute and a half, basically, and it's all done for you for each IFTTT account. Now, there's some best practices and some videos in the membership area where I take them through a little bit more stuff to give them the best practices to get the very, very best value out of using these strategies. But even if they didn't follow those best practices, they would still get a huge amount of automated backlinks and syndication and video embeds.
Okay, and you have the accounts creator. Is that just specifically for IFTTT that you are creating accounts, or does it help you create the accounts in each one of these, such as, you know,
Yep.
Twitter and
Yeah, you
Tumblr?
can see here that we create the IFTTT account first, then Delicious, Digo, Tumblr, Twitter, LinkedIn, Reddit, Storyfy, WordPress, Bitly, Buffer. What it doesn't do is create a YouTube accounts for you. It's not supposed to do that anyway. You need to connect your main YouTube account so that when you're adding videos as you normally do, you get the syndication, you get the power, and you get the value of that syndication.
So YouTube is the one thing that remains steady through all this. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you need to use your main YouTube account. That's the account that all the syndication starts from. Now, what happens when we create these accounts in here, like for Delicious and Digo and Tumblr, etc., once they're created, we need to get them activated inside the IFTTT account. But you don't even have to do that manually. All you have to do is check box here, and you click Start Setting Up IFTTT Accounts. So I could probably word that better. But what that does is going to activate within IFTTT all of these accounts into this IFTTT account, okay? And that just makes it really, really super simple. Very easy for us to use and move forward quickly.
How do you know that this has been working? Because you said this is the most powerful SEO for video, as an example, that you've run across in all your bag of tricks, because you have a lot of SEO tools. What makes you so high on this one and so impressed with this particular one?
It's a good question, and it's not easy to answer quickly, but I'll do my best. If we are taking the strategies that I'm putting in here, for example, where I'm using high page rank Tumblr accounts that I bought. For example, I can go and buy a page rank free Tumblr account for $20. I can buy a PageRank 4 Tumblr account for $40. I can even buy a PageRank 2 for $4, okay? Still got a huge amount of value because they got page authority, they got good Moz metrics, they got good majestic SEO metrics, etc. What I'm able to do with this is I'm able to create a really powerful first-tier network around my video channel, okay? And it's all automated, and it all happens again and again and again for the syndication and the video beds. And all I'm doing after I set this up is doing what I normally would do with uploading a video to YouTube, okay? It's just creating that in the background. Now, if you compare it to other tools that do similar kind of things, they're not using IFTTT. What they're usually doing is they're using Web 2.0 sites. Many of them will charge you monthly. They will not have an account creator. They will charge you to create the accounts. Okay, you've got to keep buying things like proxies and captures and VPS and all that kind of stuff to make it work long term, because what they're teaching and what they're doing is telling you that you've got to continue backlinking month after month after month, and it's costing money every time you do it. This is all happening automatically. You can set this up for 10, for 20, for 100. Once you had the cost for your proxies to set up the accounts, there is no further cost. It's just a really, really powerful tool. And with the strategies that we have built in here, which has not just been syndication most of the time in here, we've actually got real strategies within strategies that will work really, really well. You know, you can often see that you're getting a backlink from the Tumblr account, which is actually a page one content for your keyword, giving a boost to your main content that you want to rank. We've seen that time and time again.
But you said that there's a cost for the proxies. What kind of cost are we talking about?
Well, proxies, basically you need to use proxies to be able to create accounts in any software tool that is going to have an account creator, okay? So I use Squid proxies, and I pay $25 a month. And you know, you can use it for a month for Squid proxies. You can go and create hundreds of accounts and not need to go and buy it anymore if you're happy with just a few hundred IFTTT accounts. And to be honest, that could be very, very, very powerful. But if you want to continue doing it through different affiliate campaigns and product launches or whatever you might be doing, if you're doing local SEO for clients, then, you know, for $25 a month, that's really your cost to go and create hundreds of IFTTT accounts, which means literally thousands of Web 2.0 accounts and social accounts inside it.
All right, Tony. Thank you very much for explaining a little bit more about this. Obviously, you're such an expert that you just go zipping through it, so we're trying to keep up. But we can see how powerful this is. The instructions on the inside, are they clear? Do you have video instructions or written or what?
Yeah, we've got very, very short video instructions how to use it, and I created a course yesterday. I think I've got about 20 videos I did yesterday showing them how to do YouTube SEO and channel optimization for 2015, and it's got some really good stuff that nobody else is teaching. This is really powerful stuff. So you can start with learning how to use the software and go through that course. I mean, that course really is a value of about $197 on its own. It's got some fantastic material in there and all short little videos that is easy for people to follow.
All right, thank you. It's Anthony Hayes, everyone. Thanks for helping us out with that. We're looking forward to the release of IFTTT Backlink Commando.
Thanks, Todd. Bye-bye.
Bye.